Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. It's Mary Payne here. I've got Keisha. Yeah, it's Monday.
Hey.
We're going to do Match Me Abroad. Keisha, we got 2 Match Me Abroads. Then we're going to go into Life After Lockup, which is our next
Okay.
lockup that's coming. It premieres August 1st. So we'll be here August 3rd, question mark, whatever date
Mhm.
that is. We'll be back on Mugshot Monday. But so now you got a couple of free episodes of Match Me Abroad. The rest of the season has been over on Pink Shade Prime. So if you want to see how we covered the beginning of the season, head over there. And yeah, Keisha, I'm back. I'm back on the free feed. I did
Thank God.
yeah, I did one last week with Heather just because that would been scheduled for forever. And so I was like, I can
Mhm.
get out of my sick bed and do because I know her and it's a Pop and
Yeah.
Bravo episode. It's not, I didn't have to like do a lot of pre-work. And then
Mhm.
I recorded with Kimberly for 90 Day UK, which came out on Sunday. So
Okay.
technically the third time I'm back, but this is like back on the free feed. Like I'm back. I'm here we go doing it.
I'm so glad because it literally felt like when your parent is out of town
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the day before they get back. It's like, when are they coming back home? Like, I can't.
In a
I don't
good
know
way or
where.
a bad way? Because sometimes
In
you don't
a
want your
good
parents.
way. No, in a good way. Like, I have to go pick up my own prescription. Where is my mom? Like, I need her here. Yes. It's been like pressure too.
Yeah.
Because you're like having to do stuff. You're like, well, I don't want to disappoint this person. I don't want to disappoint the listeners. It's pressure. Yes, I'm so glad you're back. I'm probably going to lose 5 pounds now. Now that you're back.
Listen, you guys, all of the co-hosts jumped in, helped, did a great job. I'm so appreciative. Appreciative Ingrid of keeping it going.
Yes,
That girl, she's going to Italy soon, and I'm just gonna like
she
not talk to
deserves it.
her for 2 weeks because
Wait, she's going to Italy again?
yeah, she is going to Italy again. She just went. I know. I know. She's
Well,
going with her parents on a cruise, and I think the
okay.
cruise she just went on her parents to a cruise
Uh-huh,
to
uh-huh,
Italy last
uh-huh,
year.
uh-huh.
It's maybe they're hitting other countries. I don't know. It's the same kind of thing. So good for her.
Okay. Good for
Yeah,
her. Good for
good
her.
for
Yeah,
her.
she has been on it. I don't think, like, for me, I didn't realize how sick you were. I think none of us did.
Mm,
It's kind of what the fuck? But then it's
mm.
like, okay, wait, we gotta top. And then it's like 2 days went by. I went and start crying. And I'm like, Jay, she's so sick. I'm like, this is so bad. Like, yeah, you're like, you should don't.
Listen, between you and Dave and the crying, I'm just like, I can't. I can't.
When you
I
sent
can't.
that picture of you going home and a girl's in the back, I burst into tears. Jay's like, what is I'm like, he's going home. The girls are in the back. I know they miss her so bad. I'm like, I'm like, I didn't realize how important she was in my life. I feel so much better now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was
Wow.
dramatic.
Wow. Well, Kimberly accused me of faking an illness to
Take a break.
no, well, that would be one, but to one up her because her mom died. Yeah.
No, she did not.
Yeah, she goes, "Look, so my mom died, so you gotta have something I was like, "Oh my god."
No, I can't believe she said that.
The
So
things that
awful.
she's like, "Okay, so yeah." I was like, "Kimberly, that's terrible." But it was funny. I was like, "Your mom would have liked that joke."
Oh my God.
But listen, guys, so if you didn't know or you don't pay attention to social media or didn't hear the thing that I did or whatever, like here's what happened. I'll give it to you like in a 1-minute clip. I had something called spontaneous mesenteric hematoma. You look it up. It's super rare. It's spontaneous. It's a thing that just burst in the mesentery, which is a thing of tissue between like your intestines and your I don't even really know actually.
Yeah.
But it's extremely rare and it is something that will kill you. And
Mm-hmm.
it didn't kill me because I'm still here. But
Mm-hmm.
luckily, the people at Hospital A in Southport knew that they couldn't handle it and transported me to Hospital B in Wilmington, which is a great hospital. And they had a team there that did a interventional radiology surgery on me, embolized the bleed in my abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's all fine and good, but of course, the future of it is what's the concerning part of it. Could it happen again? Would it happen again? Could it happen in my brain? Could it happen in other
Oh
places?
God.
So I'm going to a
Scary.
specialist in a week. I'm going to a specialist at Johns Hopkins, which is in Baltimore, which is kind of like a MD Anderson, or
Yeah.
it's a big hospital. So
Yeah.
they recommended my GI. Other people had said it to me, but I was like, how do you just like, hi, Johns Hopkins, will you help me?
Right.
My
Mhm.
GI doctor also recommended it. And not this particular person, but I researched myself, found this particular person. We found a way to get in, and I'm in with this person. So I'm going to see him next week. I'm getting a CT scan this week, another one, an updated one, so they can compare it to the first one. And then we go from there and see if I have to have any other procedures, which I hope not. I hope they'll just be, you can do XYZ and the chances of it happening again are like super slim. That's all I need. I just need to know that the chances are super slim. And, the surgeon in Wilmington's like, lightning doesn't usually strike twice, but sometimes it
Yeah.
does. And sometimes it
Mhm.
does within 1 week. Like, you just don't know. I was like,
Yeah.
that's not making me feel better.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
so anyway, the not knowing, it's almost like you wish it was something so common that even though it would be terrible, at least you knew what the protocol was for treating it.
Right.
So we'll see what this doctor says. In a week and a half or so, I'll have an update. But that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm here. And the problem I'm having now really is that I still have, they said it'll take weeks. The amount of blood that was in my abdomen that has to reabsorb um, is painful. But
Mm.
and I'm kind of just like weak from being on like the opioids and all the
Yeah.
anesthesia and the and laying in the hospital bed.
Right.
So I'm just back on my feet. I'm back at work, and that's good because Keisha,
Yes. Mhm.
you know how I don't allow myself to go on TikTok.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. It's dangerous over there, and you'll lose like 5 hours of your life.
I lost several days because I had several days to kill because I wasn't working. And I know lots of stories on TikTok now, but then somebody sent me a new one that I'm going to research later today.
Who is it?
So there was the Ashley Barnes one that I know everything about that girl now.
Is that the missing lady?
No, I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
okay, so there's this Ashley Barnes, so she's like a young
Mhm.
TikTok influencer, and then she was like literally trying to like SA her friends.
'Kay.
Okay. So that was bad. She has like over 2 million followers on TikTok. Like she's a big, okay. I'm like, is
What are
she,
we doing wrong?
this girl looks like she's 14. I mean, I think she's like 19, but she's super young. So there's her. Then there was another story about the lady that went to the 4th of July barbecue and the people were mean to her and she cried about it. And then that's gone on. That the lady that was mean to her like got fired because she's nuts. And she went on the TikTok and was saying that the first lady was bipolar and she's a nurse. And so that was crazy.
Okay.
And then I realized you could shop on TikTok, and that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Have you okay, now I always see the TikTok shop, but I've never ordered anything. Have you ordered anything?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It comes real
Is the stuff
fast.
good?
I mean, it's no. I mean,
Okay.
it's no. And then I got a couple of things where I'm like, it came in the mail, and I'm like, where did this come from? So I go to like see if I ordered off of Instagram. I'm trying to look at Shop Pay because they don't give you any information in the packaging so that you
Did
can't
they say
return it. You know?
well, that's a good way to keep your money, like, "Oh, well, can't send it back. You don't know where to send it to."
I got this neck massager. I'm like, when did I ordered this in like an opioid haze in the hospital? Like I got
Yeah.
to send it
Mhm.
back and there's no way to send it back. So, I'm back to work. I'm going to not allow myself to go on TikTok except for just like a little bit of time once a day because
It's hard.
Anna was like, you've become a screenager. You're into TikTok
A
theories.
screen age?
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
It's pretty funny.
That
Pretty
is very
funny.
funny and very Anna Gilbert.
We used to call John an iPad kid. We'd be like, he's an iPad
I've heard
kid
that.
because he's just with his iPad all the time. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
A
guess
screen
maybe
is new.
it's pretty good.
That's funny.
It's
Did
pretty
she
good.
make that herself?
No, I don't think so.
That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
She did tell me that she said Keisha has been in touch with me. Keisha's concerned about me and John. I was like, that's wonderful. I'm glad that
I
she
had
is.
to
That's
check
really
on
nice.
my girl.
I know.
I had to. And she was so sweet. She's like, I haven't prayed in a long time, but I prayed like 7 or 8 times for my mom yesterday.
Oh,
I'm
that's
getting
interesting.
teary-eyed. It
Oh my
was
God,
so
Keisha.
sweet. It was so sweet. I'm like,
Keisha.
call me if you need me. Call me if you need me. Like, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, it was so sweet. She was scared. She's like, my best friend. I'm like, I know. She'll be home soon. You scared us all.
I know.
I'm perimenopausal. I cannot
I
help it. I
know.
cried yesterday at a pimple. Okay. I was like, why is this happening to me? I'm like, I can't fight wrinkles and pimples at the same time. Life is so unfair. Like,
Fighting wrinkles and pimples at the same time is something
that's too much.
I had that problem for a long time, but luckily now it's just wrinkles. The
They
pimples
just
are
look at
gone.
me in the house. I'm like, there she goes. We don't know what's wrong with her.
I know, Keisha. I know. I'm sorry. Let's start this
Sorry.
recap so that you
Yes.
don't cry anymore and make me uncomfortable.
Yes, you should see her face right now. She's like, oh my God.
I know, I
She
hate it
looks
so
like a
bad.
man when a woman's crying.
I hate it so bad. And Dave is just constantly like tearing up and I'm so privileged to be able to drive you home. I'm like, get out of here. I'm trying to
He
sleep.
did not say that. That is so sweet.
Keisha, he has been putting on the James Owens.
Now
It's
that's going
just
too goddamn far.
it's terrible. I can't
You
take
got to
it.
back it up a little bit. You
I
got
don't
to
know
back
how
it
I
up a
don't know
little
how
bit.
you deal with that on the day to day because it's
I
annoying as fuck.
ignore.
Yeah.
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 Just like he did go to North Dakota for the weekend. He had a work trip that he had to go. And he kept saying, I'm not gonna go. I go, just go. Something like being in North Dakota, like looking at mountains and hiking, that he really loves that stuff.
Likes it. Yeah.
Every time he sent me pictures of the corny shit they were doing, I said, I am so happy for you, but I am so happy I'm not there. Because
Yeah, I get it. That when they get excited about stuff and they think we're supposed to be excited about it, it's just like, stop sending me that shit. I don't care what you made on the barbecue pit.
that's a beautiful mountain. That's amazing.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you got to see some buffalo. I would stay far away and just take a
Exciting. That's exciting.
wonderful. Love it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Match Me Abroad, season 2, episode 5, coming in hot. Coming in hot. Everything's hot. It took me a minute to remember, but everything's about heat is our theme of the titles. Now,
Yes.
I didn't get to talk about Sarah last week. Who did you cover this with last week?
Amanda.
Okay. People love you and Amanda together, by the way.
I loved me and Amanda, and we had like never. I mean, we got to talk a tiny small bit in New York, but not much at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, we went on. I was like, I like her.
Yeah. People were like, yeah, we need more Keisha and Amanda. They're really good. So I didn't get to talk to you about Sarah yet because we hadn't met her. And I saw that you posted somewhere like, look, or maybe it was a real, I don't know. But you were like, look, this is her thing. She puts on her mask, she wears her armor, and just let her do it.
Let her do it. It's a lot. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, that's her. I think I was really talking about how Dolly likes to immediately change people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, she immediately told that girl to take everything off. I'm like, no, that's her. 55-inch long extensions, like wiener lips, makeup, eyeliner. Let her stop it, Dolly. I'm tired of Dolly.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm sure that, I think you and I talked about this. I'm sure they're like, you're going to be on this show. You can go to Brazil, Singapore, or Ireland.
This is not the country for her.
This is not the place for her.
No.
Brazil might be a much better fit. But, the show is supposed to be fish out of water, whatever. So,
right.
I did see Harold posted today, Sunday when we're recording this, where he's like, new episode. You're going to get to meet Amber. She is wonderful.
I think this one may work out.
It may work out for him.
I think it might.
Okay. But let's start with Sarah, 36 from Houston, Texas. She's Keisha's neighbor. And she's in the car with the driver. And she's like, oh, this is the first date that Dahlia sent me on. And all I can say is this girl sounds so much like Tiger Lily or Shekinah, all trying to sound like a Kardashian.
It's awful. That's what she needs to change.
The vocal fry is in effect,
Yeah.
So she's going on a date with a guy named Freddie. Freddie is an artist. He's a beatboxer, and heat's in his late 30s.
No.
Right away. Haven't
I'm
seen
like,
him.
Miss me with that. Nope. The beatboxing, I'm like, you do realize I am a full-grown woman, a professional. Really? No.
A beatboxer.
Yeah. He should not be looking for love on. No, he needs a full grown-up career before he starts dating. That's what I think.
Unless he has some sort of family money, and then we're okay with it.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Uh-uh.
So, Dolly says Sarah normally goes out with guys who sexualize her, but Freddie is a guy who wants to look past the cover and read the book. So this could be a great match for her. So he walks up and he's like, "Hey, nice to meet you. Wow, how beautiful. You're
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous. And we're going to walk around Haji Lane." And he's telling her it's all
Mm-hmm.
these stalls, people are selling their wares or whatnot. Listen, and my first impression is this. Look, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Freddie's not
Mm-hmm.
cute.
No,
He's
he's
got
not.
bad teeth
Yeah,
and
and they're big.
a lot of jangled up teeth in there. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
listen, we
Mm-hmm.
can see what Freddie's bringing to the table with his double earrings, but right away I was
Mm-hmm.
like, she's not going to like him.
Well, because he looks like a teenager. Like
Yes.
with his
Yes.
clothes and the earrings, like he looks like he doesn't have a job. He looks like and no offense, he door dashes for a living. If you door dash for a living, that is great. Good for you. But I know my lifestyle and it requires for a man to do more than door dash. And that's just, he looks like a kid.
He does look like a teenager and he does look like he's like freestyle beatboxing,
Yeah.
breakdancing, at every
But
moment.
he's
So
really nice.
super nice. He's showing her around and giving her facts about where they are, which I always like that.
Yeah.
So then talking head, they ask him, "What did you think?" And he says, "Well, I recognized her right away because Dolly had said she was blonde
Yeah.
and she's very blonde and she looks like a very American girl." And I was trying not to be nervous because I thought she was very beautiful.
Yeah.
But he doesn't overdo it with like, "Whoa, you're so like hot," or anything.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. He's super nice. And I have to say, for her part, she was really nice to him, even though we knew like this is not the type of guy she's looking for. But she was really sweet. And she could have been, I mean, sometimes when you see someone who's like that, you think they're snooty, but
Right.
she didn't act that way at all. She was really sweet.
She did the whole date all the way through and was game
Yes.
for everything. And she didn't like, "Okay, can we be done? Like, this is obviously
Yeah.
not." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they chat and she's asking him about being an artist and musician. And she says she has a jewelry company. And she goes, "So yeah, I'm like kind of artistic too. And I
Yeah.
really like your earrings, like two in one ear, like amazing."
Mm.
And the talking head, she goes, "I don't know. He's kind of cute. I like his earrings, but I'm used to dating successful entrepreneurs."
Mm-hmm.
So they decide, "Oh, let's do selfie." She's like, "I'm a professional selfie taker."
We know.
We could tell. So
Yeah.
he goes, "I'm going to take you to this local food place. This is my favorite food place. I got to show it to you. I love to show it to people. It's in the red light district." And she's like,
I
"What?
don't. I-
Huh?"
The red light district is the part we cannot get over. It's just like, I think it would be cool to go there, just like, ooh, but not
Yeah.
on a date. Like, you're taking me to see what now?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. But
When we were in Paris a couple of years ago with the kids and we came down from Sacré-Cœur, we went on this thing,
mhm,
Mont something or whatever. It was like a little tram that you went down the hill instead of walking. We got to the
mhm,
bottom, like, "Oh, okay." We're just like looking at our maps, like we're just going to walk for a minute and see, you're in Paris, see what you see, and then
right.
try to get a cab and get home or whatever. And immediately we were in the red light district. And I was like, oh no, turn around, kids, hide your eyes, hide your
Cover your
eyes.
eyes.
um, Okay, so he says, "How adventurous are you, with food?" And she goes,
Mhm,
"I'll
mm,
try it. That's okay." So he says, "What would you show me if I came to Texas?" And she's like, I would show you Tex-Mex and be like queso. And do you know like guacamole?"
yeah. Mhm,
That sounded good to me. He
yes.
says, "Look, I'm going to show you something called frog
No.
porridge."
Mm-mm,
And she goes, "It's like frogs." Now there are snails, there's escargot, and then
mm-mm.
people do eat frog legs. My dad had a recipe. He
They
loved
do
to
it
make
here
frog
in
legs.
Texas. They fry them. Yeah.
The frog legs. These are things I've heard of, but I've never
Mhm.
heard of like put the whole frog, head, toes, eyeballs, everything into a
No.
stew. Okay.
That tripped me out. I became queasy. I'm like, is she? And then he said slurp. It was just something about the frog and the word slurp that just did me in. I could have turned off the TV immediately. I'm like, my stomach can't take. And then you saw their whole bodies.
It's a good thing I was watching it on my computer and taking notes on my computer because, like, I went to the other screen where I was doing the notes so I could only kinda, like, one eyeball it, you know?
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Look, there's a lot of bones. There's a lot of sauce. Bon appetit. You just slurp the meat off the bone so you don't have to eat the bone,
Mm,
just slurp." And she's like, Okay. Yeah, tastes like
no.
chicken, kinda, but I'm not gonna do any slurping. Okay." She's looking at him in disgust because he does have, like, greasy face where he's, like, slurping this meat off this frog bones, and his face is all greasy. He's like, "Isn't it amazing?" And she's like, "Okay. So,
Mm-mm.
changing the subject, I've heard you like to do beatboxing. Tell me about
Right.
your beatboxing." And he's like, boom, he
He's been
starts
waiting
doing
for
all
this.
that. But his
Yeah.
face is all greasy from the frog juice, Keisha.
Because he's a 12-year-old boy. Like, he didn't wipe his mouth.
Yes.
He forgot he's on a fucking date. I think he really has forgotten he's on a date and he's trying to impress her
Mhm.
because I don't even know what his vibe was other than he's sweet, but he eats disgustingly and he ate something quite disgusting as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get it because sometimes you'll go like, look, we got to go to this hole in the wall restaurant. Don't look at anything.
Yeah.
Don't look at anything, but the food is fantastic. But the food is all also not a whole body of a frog. I
Yeah.
just can't get past it. Gross.
Listen, different cultures, different foods. We saw
Yeah.
on 90 Day UK this week, there was a couple and he's from I think originally he's from Turkey, and he lives in Greece now, but his whole thing was like, "I'm gonna show you." Maybe he's from Jordan. Anyway, he's like, "I'm gonna show you, this is my favorite thing," and it's like a sandwich that looked like a gyro or something, but it's sheep intestine. He's
Oh,
like "You have to," he talks like a robot, "You have to try it to show me that you love me." And
no.
then she speaks back to him like he doesn't speak English and goes, "I try. Yum, yum. Very good." And I was like, at least we can make fun of that and just gloss over the fact that it's sheep intestine.
Well, because it doesn't look like it. Whereas we have him, we see the frog body, like we see it, all of it. Like,
See, you were really,
uh-uh.
really watching, and I was really trying actively not to watch it.
I wish I had
Actively.
not. Like, I was like, oh my! I thought maybe it was gonna be like the meat of a frog,
Yeah.
even though I wouldn't eat that. But it literally was the frog. Like, it looked like someone went in the back of the restaurant, got a group of frogs, and just well, no, that is what they did, and just threw them in a stew. Like, poor frogs. But then again, hey, down here we eat crawfish. I don't know. Other people think that's utterly disgusting. So to
It
each their own.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm from that area, and I think crawfish and crawdads and blah, 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 crawfish
Oh,
bowl
that's good eating to me. Yum,
disgusting.
yum, yum, yum.
No. So, listen, we're on the learning channel, guys. We're learning things. So,
Mhm.
and the talking head, she goes, I think maybe Singaporean men have a different view on what's good for a first date.
Mhm.
So then he says, so how do you live there in Houston? Do you live alone? And she goes, "Yeah, but my mom is close. Like I could walk over to see my mom. I'm very close
Mhm.
with my mom, and my dad died recently, and that's been really hard." And he says, "Oh, I live 10 minutes from here. I have an HDB flat, which is government subsidized apartment." He says,
Mhm.
"Most Singaporeans live in these apartments, and I live with my mom." And she goes, "Oh." And
Yeah.
he says, culturally, most Singaporeans stay with their parents until they're married. So I'm glad he explained that at least, not to be
Right.
like, I'm not a weirdo. Culturally, this is what we do.
And that has been this some of the we've heard this a lot during this particular season.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that too. Like, I don't mind if my kid lives with me till she gets married. To me, we rush our kids out too quick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then
Yeah.
they have to end up coming back home and
Yeah.
because they're just not ready for life. So to me, that doesn't bother me as much as it clearly bothers some of the women on this show.
I mean, I think when you're in your 30s, maybe you could just get your own little place. I mean,
I think so too, but does Freddie look like he's ready to live on his own?
no, no, no. No, no, no.
Who's going to help him change his earrings? He needs his mom there.
His
He
mom's
needs
like,
her.
"Frog stew's ready, Freddie. Come out of your room."
It's Wednesday night.
Frog night. So it's Frog Friday. Okay.
Yes.
So the talking head, she goes, "No, being with Freddie wouldn't work. Like, how would we ever have alone time? The type of man I want is more established and emotionally mature enough to like have kids in the next year." Oh,
That's
wow,
pretty
that's
quick.
quick. And she says, I'm annoyed with Dolly because I don't have this time to waste with this earring wearing beatboxer. Ew.
I
You
mean,
know,
I got what she said, but I appreciate the way she behaved on the date. Like
I agree.
yeah, she could have been a total bitch. She was not, and that makes me like her more. That she's like, this is not his fault. He's really sweet, but I gotta charge Dolly up because
Yeah,
she's like the worst matchmaker on planet Earth.
I agree with that. I agree that she was nice on the date, and that shows that
Very
she's
nice.
had good home training. Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
All right, so let's move on to Amber and all her teeth.
And
Somebody
she showed
wrote
them all tonight.
I don't know if you and, Amanda referred to her as Diana Ross, but
No.
somebody sent a comment, I don't know where, DM or Patreon or something that
Hmm.
was like, "Oh my gosh, she thinks she's Diana Ross and she's not." And I was like,
I
"Okay,
don't
well, I
think
could see that."
that.
I don't think so. I think she just loves all her hair, and I think she really leans into, "I'm a big personality, I got a big mouth, I
Yeah.
got big hair, I'm big this," but I think actually she's very soft, and that's sort of like with Sarah and the makeup, that's sort of her
Hmm.
what she's doing to cover up her real self.
So her hair was a big debate on, I guess it's a Match Me Abroad group.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it got bad.
Really?
Like, yeah, this lady's like, I'm so sick of her hair, all that big hair. She needs to cover that shit up. She needs to put it in braids. Uh, like really, and I was like, I think her hair is a lot. But then I'm like, that's her fucking hair. That's her hair. Like, why should she and everyone jumped on this woman's ass? Like,
Yeah, it's like,
that's
"Well, who
her
are
hair.
you
That's her natural.
who
Like,
are
who
you
are
to
you to
say she
tell
should
her?
cover her hair?" Yeah.
I mean, it's her hair. It's big. Could she tame it? Sure, she could tame it. But I mean, that's her hair, though. I mean, what do you want her to do? Like, because it's too big. This person was just like, it's just too big. It's too much. I mean, I wouldn't want to eat next to her because I probably get hair all in my food. But that's her hair,
That's
you
her
know?
hair.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it could be cut a little more blunt
yeah,
so that it's not so jagged on the edges.
yeah. And it is jagged. Yeah.
Um, but I think a lot of it is just part of
Her personality.
this is who I'm gonna be so that
Hmm.
you don't maybe actually, like, physically get too close to me. Like
And
Lisa
then,
Vanderpump
like,
always wears hats so that people can't
people don't
get
get well, yeah,
yeah.
I mean, that would work. But in one of the promos, it's not like that.
Oh,
It's
really?
short.
Oh,
Yeah. So I was paying a lot of attention last night. I'm like, is that her real hair? Or is that like some kind of extensions? Because when I saw that promo, I was like, okay, maybe that was a wig. Like she got all of it and put a
yeah.
short wig on. But there is a picture of her with short hair.
I need to go
Not
figure
like
that out.
super short, like a pixie cut, but
Yeah.
like down to here, kind of look. So I'm really not sure. It
Oh,
looks like her hair. I don't know.
alright.
It's a lot
Well,
of it.
she's getting ready in her room, and it looks like somebody gave her flowers. There's, like, a thing of flowers there, but I mean,
I
last
didn't
week
notice it.
with that guy at the murder cabin, it didn't seem like he gave her
He would
flowers.
send he would send her flowers that were made from his own shit.
I That guy, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but,
Mhm.
that's a real specific kinda woman that's gonna enjoy that guy.
She would have to live the exact same lifestyle as him because no other you can't teach someone to be like that.
No.
They have to want to live that way.
Yeah.
And
Agree. Yeah, agree.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Um, and so she says, "My date with Paul was so bad that it
Mhm.
made me really wanna see Keavan again."
And
I
again, she was good on the date.
She was nice to that guy.
She was very nice to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So she goes to see Keavan, and they're going to Lily Finnegan's pub. And as they walk in and they're like, "Ah," with the beers and everything, everybody's staring at them. They're like,
Of course. Yeah.
"Ah, who's this lassie you brought in there, Keavan?"
Yeah.
So, now suddenly it's dark and they're sitting outside. Later, they do a
Mhm.
talking head and it's light again. So I don't really
Mhm. Mhm.
what is consistency, not sure. But, they do cheers sláinte with their Guinness, and she says, "Oh, and, when you went home where you live with your parents and your grandparents and your sister, did you sit around the fire and tell everybody about how you met me?" He says, "Yeah, I told my mom I met a very beautiful, funny, friendly American girl." And she's like, "Oh my god." And she has got her mouth wide open like,
Yes.
a wide mouth bass, and she is
Mhm.
so close to him going, "Really? Oh my God. She's about
Her
to
eyes.
eat his entire face.
Yeah, like she was staring at him like she was Cinderella and that was the prince.
Mhm.
Like it's pure. I'm like, he needs to run and hide because she is now obsessed with him. We watched her as her ovaries dropped, like she's ready to go. Right. It was almost creepy. She's like, "Mm."
And just so close. It's like,
So
give me
close.
some
I thought their
talking space.
eyeballs were gonna kiss. I was just
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
is she falls hard and quick,
Yes.
clearly.
And she's just like, this is my notes. She's gazing at him with all those teeth. And in
Yes.
talking head, she says, I'm lost in his eyes. I'm forgetting all the things I wanted to ask him about his, dreams and goals. And I love that he told his mom about me.
That's all she needed to hear. Fuck a job.
Now, now they start tonguing down. And when I say the camera is 1 inch and it is like full on wow, chicka, wow,
It
wow. They're
is.
playing this like porny music and they
Mhm.
are getting it. And I tell you, we go to commercial break and come back and they are still
Yeah.
getting it.
It was so I don't know if you've ever drank Guinness before.
No,
Okay.
it's very heavy and yeah,
It
no.
is very heavy, and would not want to be kissing someone immediately after they drink a Guinness.
But I guess
And
maybe
if
for
she
both,
drank one too,
they're both drinking it.
all I can think is that's all they're tasting. Like he's gonna walk around and say she tastes like Guinness. It's a very strong taste, and I
Yeah.
just would not want to be kissing on that. But whatever.
But, I do appreciate that she's like, "Okay, I'm in a Irish pub, I'm gonna drink a Guinness," and, I kinda
Hmm.
appreciate that too, because normally maybe she
Not
wouldn't drink something that heavy.
not my big country. That's why you got a Corona. Corona.
"Do you
Have
have a
you guys
Corona
heard of
Light with the
Corona?
lime? The
Yeah.
lime? Can
We're
you
like,
make
take her out of here.
me a Cosmo Light blush? Thank
Malibu Sunset, maybe? No, no,
you."
no? Oh, okay. They're like, all we have is Guinness. I'm like, oh, all
You
right.
can have Guinness or you can have Guinness. So,
Yes.
some older guys walk through, they're like, "Kiss her, kiss her." It's funny.
Yeah.
And there's people, like, at another table, I'm sure they're like, "Wow, these
What
people
is
are
going
getting
on?
it," and that camera is it's so close. It's
We did
so
not
close.
need that closeness. Like,
Wow.
we didn't need to see all that, but good for them.
So the talking head's like, "Whoa, this kiss, like, whoa, it's been a long time since I had sex or anything." It's like, "Whoa, knocking the
Mm-hmm.
dust off, huh?" She's all excited. So he tells her, he finds her really fun and
Mm-hmm.
warm. And when she walks in a room, it's like everybody disappears. And
Mm-hmm.
talking Eddie says, this date is really great. Now it's daylight now for some reason. So I don't know if their patio they were on was like dark. I don't know, but the it was not good continuity,
Right.
TLC.
Yeah.
And he says the kiss was lovely. Hopefully more to come. So she goes, okay. So here's a weird question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like when you're
Mm-hmm.
45? And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, "Ah, I hadn't thought about it, to be honest." And she goes, "Really? She's never thought anything about beyond tomorrow? Like
I know. Mm-hmm.
job or you got any like aspirations or move
Mm-hmm.
out of your parents or,"
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "What about you?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, in 10 years, I'll be 48 and I hope to be married and have
Right.
children. And that's what I'm hoping for." And he goes, "Oh, I think that's great. I'm sure that'll work out for you."
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure how we're supposed to take that comment. Like, are we supposed to take it as like, I hope you find someone to do all those things with because I'm not about that life? It
Mhm.
was just an odd comment. It was an odd response.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to say? Like, you're on a second date with this girl, and she's like, "I'd like to be
Hmm.
married and have, like, 4 kids in 10 years." You're supposed to be like,
Right.
"Okay, well, good for you." I don't the whole thing is awkward,
Yes.
and she could have, made it more, like, career-based, like, in your career, whatever it is, we don't know, like,
Yeah.
what's the next step there? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know anything about that career. What would be the next step? You can
Yeah.
anyway, but she just wants to make out with him, so
Yeah. She's just thinking about taking him back to the hotel room.
I think so.
Hmm.
So, in the talking head, she's like, "Yeah, I don't wanna ruin the mood. I'm not going to push
Hmm.
this conversation." He's been so kind and patient and loving, but I need a guy and now here's what she says that just doesn't make sense. I need a guy
Okay.
who is a dreamer and a
Okay.
mover and a shaker.
Okay. So those are two totally different things.
Right.
Like, which one do you want? Do you want someone who's just staring up at the skies, making wishes on falling stars? Or
Mhm.
do you want the man who's out there hustling to get whatever he wants? Like,
Right.
Which one?
And
She don't know.
Keavan, we don't know if he's either one because we don't know if he's a dreamer, if he's like, "Oh, I've got this, outstanding patent on this, whatchamacallit that
Yeah.
that's my dream is to get this thing to market. I wanna go on Shark Tank."
Yeah.
Like, we don't
We
know.
don't know
And
anything
then
about him.
and we don't know if he's a mover and a shaker, like, does he have a corporate job? Like, we don't know.
Nothing at all. And this was her opportunity to find all those things out, but he tricked her up with that goddamn kiss.
Yes, he did. And, like
Yeah.
when we met Paul last week, like, we got it
Mhm.
with Paul. We
Yes,
got
we
it.
did.
We got it right
Mhm.
away.
Yep.
He's a dreamer.
Yep.
He wants to make his own toilet and live on the farm. That's what he
Good for
wants.
you, Paul. Good
Yeah,
for
and
you.
that's Paul's jam.
Mhm.
And then she says, "Oh, Jesus, take the wheel." I don't know. I don't know.
And
So,
Jesus like, "Which wheel do you want me to take? Do you want me to take the mover and the shaker wheel, or do you want me to take the dreamer wheel? You gotta pick a wheel, then I can drive it." Like,
you're right.
she's a mess. Like, she's flighty too, I think.
So somebody like Louisa would have been good for her because Louisa's like,
Yes.
don't get lost in the dream of it. Get to know the person.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
And by the way, where's Katerina? We haven't seen her in 2 episodes.
She's like, "I need a break." She's
She's
like, "I
like,
need a
listen,
break."
I'm a world traveler. I gotta.
These two bitches from Texas are just, I don't know. We had a Tabasco date. We had a shitty date. Just, I don't know. I'm like, Katerina, you pick these fools out. But I think we're at the stage where Katerina is like, they don't know what they really want.
For sure.
And they don't.
So they finish their beers, and it's like, "Oh, look, first our beers equally match, and then let's finish." And then they're talking about the beers like way too long. And
Yes.
then she goes, "So you wanna go somewhere else and get like a snack or something?" And he goes, "Okay, yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I need a snack after that one beer. Like, woo, I'm, hammered." And then she says, "Are you taking me back to the hotel?" And then does like a weird dance. I was like, "Did that Guinness really go to your head, girl?"
She looks like the type that could take 2 sips to be drunk. I think she's drunk off life. Like, anything makes her feel woozy, and she's just excited. That
Yeah,
just seems to be her personality. We haven't she I think we may see her crash out a little bit, kinda hope we do, so we can see another side of her personality.
I
She
agree.
just can't always be like that.
And I'd like to see any side of Keevan's personality, just anything,
We
any
see
side.
I mean, I was surprised to hear him say how much he liked her, because you really can't. He has, like, 2 facial expressions, and that's it.
Yeah, and
Nothing else.
one of them is tongue down your throat. That's
And the other
yeah,
one is, "Ooh, this Guinness tastes smooth." So, I don't
that's his
know about Keaton.
personality. I'm at the local
Yeah,
pub having a Guinness.
yeah.
Okie dokie. Let's move on to a new character here, which is Tony from
Oh,
Fort Lauderdale,
God.
Florida. He's 38. Okay, Keisha. When I first saw
Mhm,
him,
mhm.
first impression, oh, he's cute. He'll
I
have no
thought so too.
problem. Look at him.
Mhm,
He's a
mhm,
decent looking.
mhm,
Now, when we see his apartment, assuming this
mhm,
is his apartment, okay, because
mhm,
I don't know why you would lie and pretend this like kind of shitty apartment building in Fort Lauderdale. But when we see it,
mhm.
assuming that what we're seeing is true, he's a serial killer. If you look at this apartment, he is a full serial killer and he is thinking, I'm going to go on TV and be on this show and
Mm.
no one's going to know. 10 years from now, when they figure out I'm a serial killer, they'll be like, wow, he was on TV.
Well, I mean, I wonder whenever that happens, when they post this picture, are they gonna post a real picture or one of his AI pictures?
Yeah. Those AI pictures, I, I can't, would you listen, single ladies out there, please let us know if you've ever been on an app looking for a guy to date and they have an AI picture. Would you be like, all right, well, it's got to be based on something and that looks pretty good. So maybe what, or would you be like, who is this loser making an AI picture? Swipe.
I just don't feel why anyone, male or female, would put an AI filtered picture on a dating profile.
And then it's like, I'm standing in front of books because I want to look like I'm a businessman. I'm standing in
It's
front of a fancy
horrible.
car that I don't own. It is, I don't
It
know
was
how much
bad.
I don't know how much he paid for those pictures, but he did not get his
He
money's worth.
No, they were awful, and I was just like, I can't. To me, he was cute. I'm like, why would you
Yeah.
not just post your regular picture? But then we saw the dad bod. Just like,
Well,
these girl, a dad bod is fine, but not when you post a picture of you looking like you work out every day.
and having so many requirements for the woman that you want. Don't come out here and come at me with a dad bod. You better look pretty good yourself.
Yeah, I was not happy with his list.
I'm
and
not
how
happy.
committed he was to and how inaccurate the facts were that he was spitting out about
I
why things were on his list.
I'm so annoyed with this guy. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, serial killer number 1. And then
Mhm.
we meet him. He's in the bathroom. He's shaving his face, his head, his neck, all that. He's
Mhm.
bald. So immediately I'm like, all right, okay. So he is talking to the cameraman and he goes, I have a question for you. On that camera, can you see like my hairline? And the cameraman goes, yeah, we can. He goes, oh, great. He says, look, I struggled with the fact that I lost my hair. So I went and got scalp micropigmentation to give it a look like I had a
Mhm.
hairline. So he got tiny tattoos all over his head to mimic hair follicles,
Mhm.
which, by the way, I'm not mad at that. Okay.
It looks good. It looked from what I saw,
Yeah.
which I'm half blind, but it looks pretty good to me. I'm like, well, I would have never been able to tell that was a little tattoo.
Yeah. But I don't
How
know if it's
often do you
like
have to do that?
his hairline starts way back here. And so he just did it up here. And is it permanent? But he said micropigmentation, which leads me to believe it might be like when people do their eyebrows and it lasts 8 months or whatever.
Here's my thing. If I'm dating a guy and he has premature balding,
Mhm.
I need to know that because I need to know what I'm going to be giving to my son. Like, I need to know these, like, you know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
people should be more honest about that. But I mean, it looked great. At this point where we're at, I still like Tony.
me too. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's honest. He's
Hmm.
uncomfortable with his hairline, so he did something about it. That's fine. You know, women do stuff
Yes,
all the time."
all the time.
And he says, "You know, there's a study out there that says men with hair are more apt to have long-term relationships, and I just want to look my best." And my life philosophy is just to do better every day, even if it's 1%. And in my life, I've always been an underdog. I was the poorest kid in the richest school. I got bullied a lot, and
Mm.
somebody almost drowned me once.
Oh
But
God.
after that, I became a champion swimmer because I faced my fear. So already I'm
Okay.
like, okay, you kind of bug. You're kind of trying to give me a Tony
Hmm.
Robbins speech, but
Hmm.
okay.
Yes.
Then we see him doing his exercises on the sidewalk,
Mm-mm. He should have did those
and
in the house
he should have worn a tank top.
without either tank top or do it in your house.
Yeah.
One or the other, because it was. I don't want to get
Listen,
you know.
go get
Mhm.
a spray tan, spray on those abs.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So now back at his serial killer apartment, he says, I'm going to
Why is
Brazil.
this serial killer looking? Okay, was it too much white?
It was all white and there's
Yeah.
nothing anywhere. It looks like somebody who is so in control
Mhm.
that they can't have anything left on the kitchen counter. Or listen, I like it when people clean up when production is coming. Like, you know, we've
Of
seen the
course,
opposite.
you should.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but whoa. He's packing in the living room, which is what, you know, people do in our TLC shows. They pack in the living room. We see Darcy do it
which is
on
so
90
weird.
90 Day this week. I'm just like, why are you okay? So he says, in the past, I've been hurt a lot by women. You know, girls want a guy with a Ferrari and an ocean view.
Mhm.
And I've met girls on dating apps. And, you know, I used AI and filters on my dating apps. We see the photos, which literally look like cartoons and robots.
They
Nobody would,
do. They are so filtered. It's like bad.
it's
And I'm all for I'm for a natural looking filter. Something that just like a little bit of light, little bit of lift. That's it.
I agree.
This was like you said, it looks like a Pixar character.
It looks like a cartoon, like they just
It
blurred
does.
out everything that was natural and put, like,
Yeah,
crayon colors on it.
it does.
And he says, "You know, for the apps, I try to make myself look taller and richer and buffer, but just like if you get a Ferrari, it's not as good as the picture."
Well, at least with the Ferrari, I'm gonna know how many miles it has on it, how old it is. You don't want us to know your height, your weight, none of that kind of stuff. Like that
Yeah,
makes no sense to me at all. That is straight up lying.
it's listen, again, I need the single ladies to let us know. If you were scrolling through an app and saw this guy that initially you're like, "Oh, okay, he's alright looking," and then you realized all his pictures were AI, like that fake
Mhm.
AI where all of a sudden you look like a princess riding on a winged horse, like
Yes.
that AI,
Yes.
would you
Yes.
be like, "Well, who the fuck is this weirdo?" Scroll.
So I have a single guy friend, and I think guys always need a little bit of help when they are taking pictures. And I
Nobody
told
wants
him,
to
I
see
said,
nobody wants to see your fish picture,
yeah, I told him, I said, you take horrible photos of yourself. I said, you make yourself look like you've got this huge double chin. I said, you just don't know how to pose.
Yeah,
So I said, we were out and I was like, I said, just keep talking. We're conversating. I'm going to snap some pictures. And they turned out great.
I
I'm
bet.
like, because I got you from the right angles. He put that on his dating profile and they came in. But we didn't like overdo it. I'm like, you still want to look like who you actually are when the person, you meet. But he actually said to me, he goes, I'm always nervous when I go out on a date because I don't know if the girl looks like what her pictures are or what. He goes, it is
Yeah,
always a gamble if they're going to look the same. I'm like, oh shit, that's weird. But I guess
yeah,
that's what you have to do.
yeah,
Oh,
and they
that's
could,
scary.
yeah, filter to hell and back.
Like him, like Tony did, because it's in hell. It ain't even back yet. It's still in hell.
He says, I'll match with the girl, and then they call him out. That he says, like, I'll match with her, and then they call me out. Like, what's with your AI pictures? He goes, but women do filters and wear makeup and do things that fool me, like your point. And he goes,
Hmm.
but they don't want a man to enhance their look. But I'm just like, dude, you're cute without all that.
He
What who
really is cute.
who hurt you? What happened?
So that kid that almost drowned him.
Yeah, or some woman somewhere
Called
said
him ugly or
something.
called him a thumb.
I said,
Uh,
something happened.
something happened. Yeah. Hmm.
He said, look, I'm looking for a woman who is true and real, and Brazilian women put family and togetherness above all else. And I love that Brazilian jiu-jitsu is big in their culture because I practice that sport. He loves it. And he says, a partner and I can stand side by side and build our kingdom together. We're going to AI that ship.
Mm-mm.
We're going to put a castle behind us. We're each going to have on crowns. We're going to look amazing with our dragon in front of us. So
Yeah.
he says, and of course, look, in Brazil, the women are all good looking. And I really like long, healthy hair
Hmm.
because that shows the woman cares about her appearance. And I
Yeah.
also love a voluptuous feminine figure. And my expectations are very high because I hold myself to a high standard. I've hired Louisa, to which I was like, well, thank God. She's just
He
going to
needs her.
rip you a new one.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's with the right matchmaker because this dude, something's wrong with him. I mean, because
Yes.
she has longer hair, that means she takes care of herself better.
It makes no sense.
No, it makes no sense. I've seen people with very long hair and it looks quite disgusting because they don't take care of it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Look
he's
look at look
he's
at Bianca and Daniel who are about to get back on Love After Lockup.
yeah.
That's a girl that
Oh,
could be
man.
gorgeous that is not. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I mean, listen, that's our opinion. So Louisa says, when Tony sent his questionnaire, I was surprised
Mhm.
because he says he wants a woman with a voluptuous body because
Yes,
then they're able to have healthy babies. This is not true at all. All
that
women
is so stupid.
can have healthy babies. And he
Yeah,
also says women with long hair take care of themselves better than a woman with short hair. Oh my God.
this is
I'm
bad.
concerned. I'm concerned. He's
Yeah.
not focused on the right things. He wants to find love. I want to help him.
Yes.
So meanwhile, her hair is probably like my length, right? It's like a
Yes.
little below
Hmm.
shoulder length ish, and mine's short right now. And she looks like a gorgeous put together woman.
Yes, she does.
So I
Hmm.
imagine she's offended.
Yeah, she should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Tony lands, he calls Louisa. She says, the driver's going to come get you and take you to the hotel. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hmm.
So now they go and meet, and she says, okay, great to meet you. And she says, how are you going to do the first date? How do you do it normally? Like, what do? You have questions? And he says, yeah, I do like an icebreaker. Like, I'm funny. I try to make fun of myself. And, the initial attraction does have to be there. And, I
Right.
really like voluptuous women.
We know you have let us know. You just haven't said it in Spanish to us yet, but we absolutely 100% know what kind of woman you want. We
I
got it.
need big
Hmm.
muchachas. So
Hmm.
he says, an ideal shape on a woman is hourglass because it demonstrates that she's obtaining muscle as well as fat on her body. And I'm looking for a woman that is healthy enough in her physicality to bear healthy children. You're a loser. I hate you.
And he has a baby beer belly. Like, it's not a full beer belly, but it
Right.
is a baby beer belly. He looks like he just came back from a big lunch
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
But the woman, it is stupid. The stuff he's saying is not even true.
So he thinks because a woman is curvy, that means she can have
Yes.
healthy children. So he thinks a woman who's maybe with an athletic build can't have healthy children. What are you
Or
talking about?
someone who's petite. Or like
What are you
I
talking about?
so everyone on earth came from a Brazilian voluptuous woman.
Uh,
Because that's the only way we could get here.
yeah. And then he's saying words. Listen to the words he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
An hourglass because it
Mm-hmm.
demonstrates she's obtaining muscle. And I'm looking for a woman that's healthy enough in her physicality. You're
Mm-hmm.
stupid and you're using big words and you're not fooling us. Okay.
Not at all. He's an asshole.
What's his job? What's your
We
job?
haven't even heard that. No.
So he tells Louisa, and also a deal breaker, I don't like long nails because a girl could have long nails and she could poke me in the eye, or they constantly break and then she's upset about it.
Has he not seen what the girls that have long fingernails can do? It is almost fascinating. They should have their own fucking reality TV show going through life with long fingernails. But then I'm like, what does he consider even long?
Right.
That
So does he mean like the big, like super pointy? Like, we don't know.
we need to know. We have no idea.
And she goes, okay. And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
and another red flag for me is short hair. And
Mm-hmm.
so she goes, okay, like me. And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's too short.
I don't even consider that short.
I don't either. When I think short
Uh-uh.
hair, I think like a pixie cut, or I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of an
I don't cons-
example of
yeah,
somebody
I
with short
don't
hair.
consider that short at all. And I've had short hair and very different variations of short hair. That is not
Yeah.
short hair to me.
Mm-mm.
Short
He
hair is pink. How she her different short hairstyle.
Yeah, I'm thinking about,
That's an
like, Michelle
example.
Williams, the actress, always has short hair.
Yeah.
Um, and here's some more big words he says. "My belief pattern is that" no, this is not a belief pattern, okay? That would be like
Mhm.
Scientology. This is a preference.
Mhm.
He says, "My belief pattern is that the longer a woman's hair is, the more effort she puts into her daily routine."
Mm-mm.
And she goes, "This is not true. I put effort into my routine. I went to the salon to make my hair curly just
Right.
now. How can you say
Yes.
that that's not good?" And he
Right.
goes, "I'm not attracted at all. It's a huge thing for me. No short hair."
I don't even know if I'd be able to work with him, but then again, I'm not a professional matchmaker because this guy bugs big time.
So Louisa says, "Well, there's a lot of more things that are important than hair, but yes,
Yeah,
attraction is a first thing and it's important, but you're going to have to go deeper." Talking head, Louisa goes, he jumps to a lot of conclusions and he
he
judges
does.
people. And I need to take physicality out of it so he can get to know the people on a deeper level.
God, who is she about to set him up with?
So then she says, "Tony, why are you single?" And he says, "My screening process is not good because I'll just go out with any pretty girl that'll go out with me. And then I don't even get to know them." And she says, "Right, you're proving my point." And she
Yeah.
goes, "Okay, so you're looking to change now. That's good. So I have something very special planned for you." And he goes, "Okay, great. You're going to show me pictures?" And she goes, "No,
No.
you don't get to see
Uh-uh.
pictures."
No.
So in his talking head, he goes, "I want to be in control. This is hard for me not to see pictures. I came here to change my life, but I need Louisa to get the job done." Okay.
Oh, he is gross. Like,
I
he
hate him.
started off so good, and
Mhm.
then when it went down, it just kept going down. It just did.
When TLC started talking to him, they're like, "We got one here."
Yeah, because I mean, we love to hate a person because it makes
Love.
us watch it, see like what the fuck is this person gonna say today?
And
What
is
is
there
it?
gonna be any redemption story here?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't think
Nope.
so.
He ain't gonna change. We only
Okay,
got 2 more episodes, right?
yeah, we only have 2 more episodes.
Yeah,
And
he
they
ain't
and
gonna
they
change
and they brought him in for 2 episodes.
at the yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think there's much to him.
I think you're right. I think she's gonna be like, "Get
Mm-hmm.
out of Brazil. We don't want you
Something.
here." Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Harold, okay?
Oh,
Our
our
sweet little
favorites.
baby angel, Harold. So
Mm-hmm.
Dolly and Harold are headed out for Harold to go on a date on the east coast of
Mm-hmm.
Singapore. And she's talking to him about body language and light touch. And she's like, "So if you just lightly touch somebody, like how, instead of saying, 'I would like to hold your hand,' she's trying to talk
Yes.
to him about subtle ways to show that you're interested." And
Yes.
so he goes to meet a girl named Amber. And Dolly says Amber has never dated anyone who's American, but she's open to
Mm-hmm.
it. And she actually just wants to meet someone who has passions about things. And Harold has a lot of passions about
Yes, he
things.
does. He does.
His, inventions and his art and, nuclear waste and whatever. So,
Now, I saw someone say that they think that TLC is exploiting him.
oh,
I don't see it that way at all. Like he's free of thinking. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean exploiting him? And because they're like, because he's autistic, he knows that. I mean, this is what he's chosen to do
yeah,
to find love.
yeah,
I mean, TLC is just following him through the process, but this is his preferred method of doing this. But
yeah.
people are like, oh, he's this, he's that. I'm like, yeah. I mean, there's
Um,
autistic people do marry non-autistic people as well.
yes. Mm-hmm.
It happens all
Yeah.
the time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that, but
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Everybody can have their own
Yeah.
opinion. We love Harold. So, um, they're going to a food court, and that's
Oh
because
God.
Amber is very passionate about food. So she wants to
Okay.
show him interesting foods. So, in the talking head, Harold says, I like her immediately. I'm attracted to her. I'm excited about the date. I'm excited to get to know her and explore these foods. Now,
Mm-hmm.
they must know with his autism that he's not food averse, because I can imagine with some people with autism, and you know more about this because you have a
Mm-hmm.
stepson that is autistic, but it seems like they would be some people with autism would be sort of
Mm-hmm.
rigid in what they want to eat and not try new things. Obviously, he doesn't have this because he's like, sure.
No, he's not like that at all. Like with Jackson, it is pizza, burgers, chicken tenders, and chicken wings. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
No enchiladas,
Yeah.
no spaghetti, no steak, no nothing. Those are his things. Like you don't go to a restaurant unless they have that on the menu. And he goes to different restaurants,
Yeah.
but he chooses the same things because, of course, every restaurant makes it differently. But
Yeah.
he's not adventurous with food like how Harold is at all. So,
Yeah. So it's interesting.
yeah.
So they must know, obviously they know this about them, because I,
Yes.
I would listen, we don't know, but hopefully they wouldn't put him in a situation where he'd be
Yeah.
like, no, I do not eat these things.
Even though
So
if the frog thing, yeah, some of the things that we've seen on here, like that would be a hell no.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she says, do you like seafood? He says, yes, he really does. And they're kind of awkwardly talking, and they're looking at
Yeah.
these chili crabs and pork ribs. And then she says, I really
Mm.
want to show you something that I like a lot, which is pig ears.
Mhm.
And she says, they're delicious. And he's like, okay, I will be glad to try that. That is fine.
Mhm.
The talking head, she goes, look, Harold seems sweet and gentle, but he's not what I expected. He's different. He's
Yes.
heavier and shorter, and I'm not sexually attracted to him. They go to a commercial, they come back, and she says, but that's okay, because sometimes
Mhm.
sexual attraction comes at a later point.
Sometimes it does. Yes.
For once on these shows, we get
Yeah.
people like, I don't have to want to bang them immediately. Like
Immediately.
I could get to know you on a couple of dates and then decide.
That's real life. That's
Yes.
actually how things happen. Yeah. Thank you, Amber. Because the
Thank
rest of
you.
these fools, it's like you
I
immediately got to want to jump their bones.
yeah, I appreciated this
Mm-mm.
about Amber
Me
quite a
too.
bit.
Yep.
So she says, this is a Singapore feast. So they sit down to eat, and they're sort of joking around, and they're doing the ear thing. And she's like, try the cartilage, try the cartilage. So he's like, okay, it is like slimy, crunchy jello. That sounds
Yes.
amazing. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
imagine it as eggplant. Oh, it's a vegetable. It's a vegetable. So he's talking to himself. And then she goes, I want you to try this pork skin. This is good for your collagen. He's like, oh, well, you have beautiful skin. And she says, what do you do for leisure? What do you do for fun? And he says,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm an inventor and an artist. And maybe for leisure, I'm traveling here to see you.
He's got to do one of the dad. I consider those like dad jokes. He's king of dad jokes right there.
He just does a lot of exactly like when he said, like, oh, because you also have beautiful skin. It's like he can't help himself, right? If it's just right in
He
front of him,
can't.
he's got to like give the compliment, and
Yes, he
he,
does.
and good for, like, listen, good for him.
Yes.
So in the talking head, he goes, I'm hoping there's a little spark with Amber and that she's being wooed by me. And then maybe she'll want a second date. Otherwise I don't want to mess with it because he really likes her. It's cute. It's cute.
And they, to me, their date is going quite
Yeah.
well. Then again, all of them have been behaving quite well on their dates so far. I mean,
Yeah.
not that weirdo to put the Tabasco in his eyes, but
No, that was not good. I guess we'll
mm-mm,
see them again,
mm-mm,
maybe
mm.
next week. So next time on Match Me Abroad, Harold and Amber go fly a kite. I could not tell if this was the same date or a second date. And he says he thinks there's a spark with her. So she
Okay.
says, "What kind of qualities do you look for in a wife?" Wow, first
Okay.
date.
Okay.
And the talking head, he goes, "I want to disclose everything to Amber before I get too many feelings." And he tells her, he goes, "I need a wife that would be patient with me because I'm a little bit autistic." And then
Mm-hmm.
you see them look at her. So I guess they didn't tell her this before. And actually, I think that's better just to be like, you
Let the
don't know,
person tell their story.
let them, and also, yeah. And like, then you put that out there, then she's going to be expecting something maybe that's not how he is, you know?
Because some people say they think being autistic, you have to behave in a certain way, and that's not true. Because just like with us, we all are so different. So are
Yeah.
autistic people, and there's different levels of the spectrum that you can be on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I shouldn't, but I have high hopes for these two. And I
I mean,
shouldn't,
I
but I do.
feel like I do too.
Yeah.
She seems like she kind of gets him a little bit.
It's like I could grow into this. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a
yeah.
mate. He's looking for a mate. We each
I
are
hope someone gets together so then they can be on 90 Day Fiance.
true. Yes. Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
sure that's probably the goal.
Yep.
So now we see Sarah in a Louis Vuitton bucket hat, and she
Yes.
tells Dolly, the date was fine, but he's not as established as the men I'm used to dating back in Texas."
Mhm.
And Dolly says, "Okay, well, so far you're just totally covered in brands. So do you expect a man to pay for all of your apparel?" And the mom is like nodding, like, "Yes, tell her."
Oh, man.
And she goes, "Yeah, I'm used to having nice things." And Dolly says, "Well, you're going to have to compromise." And the talking head Sarah goes, "You know what? I've gone this long without a man, and I'm not willing to settle at this point."
I mean, good for you, but it also sounds like just from that conversation, which we're not hearing the whole thing, it sounds like you need a sugar daddy.
I think a Persian guy would be great for her because they sort of like
Yes.
they like flashy, flashy.
Yes, I agree.
Mhm. Mhm.
I every time I go to Vegas, I try to find me a rich Persian husband, but producer James just messes it up for me every time.
Dang it. It's like,
Every single time. I'm like, get away from me. I'm looking for a Persian husband. It's like, stop. I'll share some of the money with you. Like, yeah.
listen,
But I think that's perfect.
Tiger Lily's in Dallas. I'd say maybe Tiger Lily could help out Sarah, but Dallas, Houston, not very close. Okay.
It's just 4 hours. And
Okay.
like maybe a 30-minute, hour-long flight. If I don't even think an hour-long flight. So yeah.
Adnan's got a brother in the States. Hey, maybe they know some guys.
Mm-hmm.
They love a label. So Louisa tells Tony, "You're here for a blind dating experience. Literally, you're going to be blindfolded."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna, can I touch your hair?" So
Ugh.
we see him talking to a girl. They're sitting face to face. They have blindfolds on and
Mm-hmm.
they have their hands like on each other's knees.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "So how long have you been single?" And she says she's been single 5 years. And he goes, "Huh, wow, you've been celibate for 5 years." Now, we don't see what happens next, but we assume that she goes, "Just because I've been
Mm-hmm.
single doesn't mean I'm celibate, you dumbass."
Yeah. So then is that going to turn him off?
Probably because he wants a girl to
Probably
be like
so.
pure as the driven snow, long hair,
Yeah.
short
He,
nails, voluptuous
he,
body. Yeah.
he needs a Pentecostal woman, I think.
No, that wouldn't be he wouldn't be able to tell if she's voluptuous or yeah. And she
A
wouldn't take any
secret.
time dealing with her hair. She's put it up in that bonnet. It's not taking any
Yeah, but it
time.
would be long.
But she wouldn't be taking care of it. She just bonnet every day.
Well, there's this lady, she's a Pentecostal. Her husband is like the preacher. And she
Uh-huh.
has a TikTok about how she gets dressed and how she does her hair. And she does style her hair.
And then puts it up in a bonnet?
No.
Okay, well, you need to send me
Like
that.
she'll put it up in like a bun and then she'll do little curly things and clips and things like that. So maybe that's what he needs.
Who knew the pennies were on TikTok? Can you please send me
There's a
that?
lot of them on TikTok.
What?
A lot.
That didn't come up
Yes.
in my algorithm. I was too busy trying to solve these other problems.
Yeah. Well,
Please,
they're on there.
please send me that. I'd love to see a
I will
Pentecostal
send it to
TikTok.
her. I hope she pops back up on my FYP so I can send it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking about it for sure, Will.
I
So,
will.
Monica meets Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, we meet Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
And she's torn, she's conflicted. She calls somebody on the phone, she's crying. So she's
Yeah.
either telling Bruno or the other guy, like, girl, you've been there like 4 days.
She's very Darcy Stacy.
Yes, yes.
She really is.
So we didn't see Monica or Victoria this week, and we have an introduction of this new guy, Tony, and we've only got 2 episodes left. So
Yeah. And so far, Victoria's only been on one date.
one date with the guy that I put Tabasco in my eye.
That
Yeah.
was insane. Yeah, so we got to get at least another date with her.
Mm-hmm.
We got to
Mm-hmm.
see a date with this fool, which he may not get an actual date.
Yeah, because he'll take his blindfold off and be like, ew, her
And I think
nails
that's
are
what he's
half an
gonna
inch too
do.
long. Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think Louise is going to be like, you need to go back home and work on yourself and come back in about a year. Like they tell you, like on American Idol, go back home, work, and come back in like a year.
I think he needs about 3 years.
I do
There's a
too.
lot there.
I do too.
Mhm.
Tony, we're sorry. I mean, we're not sorry. Everybody, that's it. And again, we'll have Match Me Abroad here in this spot on Mondays for 2 weeks. Tomorrow, of course, is back to TLC Tuesday with Kimberly with 90 Day HEA. And this Thursday, who do I have on this Thursday, Keisha? Let's look on the old recording schedule because I've already forgotten. Oh, look
Okay.
who I have. I got Ace Fanning. My buddy Ace Fanning is on this week to talk Pop and Bravo with me.
There you go.
I've been working on my
Nice.
schedule and just forgot who I even booked. So
It's
it's
okay.
a good week, guys, and we've got 90 Day Hunt for Love over on the $5 level. We've got Welcome to Plathville. I want to tell you guys something. You need to gird your loins and go take yourself to an interior room and have a moment when you watch. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean in a rageful way when you
Oh
watch
boy.
Welcome to Plathville, because boy, oh boy, episode 1 got me fired up and angry. I've got visual
Oh,
aids for our podcast that I'm coming up with Amy this week. I'm mad, big mad, big mad,
big mad. She's
big
big
mad. And so we've got 2 episodes on the $5 level. And then, of course, Keisha and I are doing The Valley
Mhm.
coming out on Wednesdays. I'm looking forward to getting back into The Valley with you.
Yes, they've been acting up
And I
since you've been gone.
fell into the trap of feeling bad for Janet. So
What?
I did. It happened. I did. She's on Nick Viall this week, trying to explain herself. So maybe I'll listen to that. Probably not, though. I don't like him.
I can't wait for us to record this week
Mm-hmm.
because we are on opposing teams.
I know. And we'll
Big
have a
time.
lot to talk about Jack's leaving and all that stuff. Lots
Mhm.
of people have called for you to go back and start watching Vanderpump from episode 1. They're like, Keisha needs to know what the evil is we're dealing with Jax. She needs to
And so
know. She needs to
Dan
know.
is constantly reminding me. He's like, "Stop it, Keisha." He's like, Dan fucking hates Jax.
99% of the population does.
And he tricks me up every now and then. And Dan is like, "Stop it. He's horrible. He's disgusting." I'm like,
He is.
Okay.
He is.
All right. And I
He
did
is.
see this thing that says if you've never watched Vanderpump Rules,
Mhm.
you don't have to watch all the seasons. They
Right.
tell you it's like 3 or 4 seasons you have to watch, and
Don't
then
do
you've got
that.
everything.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would anybody just be like, hey, you've never watched this. You should just jump in and watch half of it. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
One last thing I want to tell you before I go
Okay.
is Kimberly wants to come back on your show and talk about Honey Boo Boo because she started a
No, we do
rewatch.
it. We've been texting.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been texting because
she's obsessed with it. She's obsessed
She's
with
like,
it.
how come I never watched Honey Boo? I'm like, girl, I have been in this since toddlers and tears. Like, I
Right.
have watched these people evolve, question mark. Because
But that's the same with
bad.
Vanderpump Rules. You couldn't just tell people to jump in and watch a couple of episodes of
No.
Honey Boo Boo. You got to watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I can't believe I just compared Honey Boo Boo to Vanderpump Rules, but
you did. We heard it here.
we heard it here first. Everybody follow Keisha. She has a podcast, The Libra Lounge with Keisha. It's very funny. She puts a couple episodes a week, and you can follow her there on the Instagram too. She's out there giving tips of how to dress and look cute past 40.
I'm trying.
Yeah, look at Keisha. She always looks cute. Look at her.
I try. Thank you.
Everybody wants to look like that. Yeah. It's a
Oh,
great hat, by the way. I really like it.
It is from Shein.
Listen, nobody loves a Sheen haul more than Keisha.
Yeah, because this is like vintage Havana dupe. I'm not paying
Mhm.
$40 for a hat.
Okay.
I paid $7 for this one.
Okay.
I love it.
I don't know vintage Havana. Like, I wouldn't know. I just know that that's a cute hat, you know?
Thank you.
So I wouldn't know if it's from Sheen or vintage Havana, whatever that means.
I paid $100 for it then.
$100 for what?
No, I was joking. I was like, well, then in that case, I paid $100 for it.
Okay, vintage Havana. I'm gonna go look that up.
You should.
Everybody, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be here with Kimberly. And again, don't forget Wednesday. If you want to hear Keisha again, we'll be on talking about the Valley. Okay, bye.
Yes. Right.